What's up, everybody? I am Travesty.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And welcome back to another episode of this freaking show. It is the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. The same weekly podcast is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's a one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got them all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, check out their amazing store, fill your cart up with all their amazing comics that they have available to you. And when you go to checkout, use the discount code FREAKNET, that's FREAKNET. You'll save 10% on your entire purchase. Not just at CarterComics.com, but there are 4 different eBay accounts that they run. Links to all those can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. So go ahead, head over to CarterComics.com right now, pick up all your comics that you've been looking for. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. You'll save 10% on the entire purchase.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I figured, like, if you do something consistently, week after week, for what seems like almost a year and a half now, it should be like an autopilot thing at that point.
Oh, you'd think. But
100%.
What if you do it inconsistently for like a year?
That's true. That's true. Would you consider us more inconsistent or consistent when it comes to podcasting?
Oh, I think we're consistent. I was just joking about like the Audible plug that I used to do.
Oh, the audibletrial.com.
I just did a totally different thing every single time.
Well, and here's the thing about the Audible plug. I mean, we could easily incorporate it back into the show, but I think by this time, everybody who wants a free subscription of Audible probably already has a free subscription to Audible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't know many people out there be like, oh wait, I can get another 30 days. All I gotta do is create a whole new email address, and I don't see people like that anymore.
Yep.
I mean, I love Audible and everything. You know, it's a cool sponsorship to have. I mean, we still have it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the link's still available and everything. But like I said, anyone who has had a free subscription has already had it. And, you know, Amazon doesn't allow you to have an additional 30 free days just by clicking on a link, which I think they should. Why the hell not?
Right?
Maybe because they won't make money. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Hey, I just for shits and giggles, I went ahead and went to audibletrial.com/freaknet.
Yeah.
And even though I've had Audible before, it let me sign up again. So let me know if they pay you.
Wait, it let you sign up again?
Yeah, for free. I got another free 30 days.
Oh, dang. Well, that's interesting. Well, see, and here's the thing about Audible is, like, in order to get paid, like, they pay you by every 3rd subscription, I think it is.
Oh, all right. So 2 more other people need to commit some fraud. I don't know if it's fraud. It's not fraud. It's just, I haven't used it in like a year, maybe 2.
Yeah. Well, so when you said you signed up again, like, you're using the same email that you used to get a 30-day free trial somewhere else, or was it through it wasn't through this?
I think I've done it through ours once. I've also done it through other podcasts trials.
Interesting. So maybe that is something. Maybe it is a 30-day free trial. Like, you just can't use. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably can't do it like 2 months in a row, but
yeah. Well, that's interesting. That could be a game changer,
right? So yeah, let me know. I don't know how it works or how to check the if there's like a dashboard or something that lets you know.
There is a dashboard. I have to see if I can remember getting into it. I've been looking at setting up a link tree. Have you heard about that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if I was onto something. I mean, I know they've been around for a while, but I didn't know how known they were.
Yeah, well, I don't know how known they are. I just know that they exist. Because like a lot of people on Twitter have them.
Yeah, a lot of people on TikTok have them. I've seen it, and I always thought it was kind of a cool thing. It's like, oh, so all the links, everything is like right here, and that's pretty nice. Maybe I'll do that for not for me, but for Freakin Studios.
Right.
Because me personally, I don't need one because I don't have a travesty social media. Yeah.
Right.
So it's I don't need it for me, but I can do it for Freakin Studios and.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Put all 3 Facebooks on it, all 2 Twitters, 3 Instagrams, 2 YouTube channels, 3 websites. Yeah. There's a lot of fucking social media. No wonder we don't do anything with it. There's just too much.
There's so much. It's ridiculous. And I'm on when Musk bought Twitter, a bunch of people made so I'm on Spoutable or Spoutable. I don't really use it, but I have it. I'm on Hive.
What is Spoutable? Never heard of it.
It's like a Twitter clone.
Spoutable? Is that the person who created Twitter created that?
No. Someone else decided they were well, what if we had Twitter? But it was all these other features that Twitter doesn't have. And so I gave it a shot. I don't like it as much. Blue Sky is the one that the guy who made Twitter has made. And I'm on that too, and it's the most like Twitter so far. But it's still missing that. The thing about Twitter that makes it great is that it is so good at real-time information from around the world. And the problem with Blue Sky is I think there's only 500,000 people on it at this point, and so you can't get information from around the world. It's just people who are already on Blue Sky. So it's mostly people in California and Portland. Which is fine, but it's going to be another year or 2 before there's enough people on it to get news of an earthquake in Colombia the second it happens.
Spoutable's been around for 10 years.
Have they really?
2014, 9 years, but yeah, I've never heard about this.
Yeah. Oh no, Spoutable, Spoutible.
That's what I said. That's what I'm looking
at. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you said Spoutable or Spottable.
What's the difference?
I don't know. I just
spell both of them.
So I would spell Spottable Spotible or something like that.
Yeah.
Now this one has a whale as its logo.
Yeah. Spoutable's goal is to allow users to spout off while mitigating targeted harassment, threats of violence, racism, anti-Semitism, homophobia, transphobia, and I can't read the rest of it because it cuts off. But
interesting. Their Wikipedia says February of 2023. I had no idea 2014.
Huh. Spell it again.
Spoutibele.
IBLE?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
How'd you spell it?
So
there's look at that.
Okay, so there's an Spoutable. It's a machine learning company delivering superior website monetization through highly engaging digital advertising experience. So when you look at the top, there's a logo right next to it that has a whale on it.
Yeah, that's really funny.
But obviously it's not the same whale.
Right. Huh. I wonder if it's the same company, but a different branch of it or something. That's funny. Possible. That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, I've never heard of Spoutable. I've heard of Rumble. That's something I've heard about.
Yeah, they're like YouTube, like a video website, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. There's just way too much social media.
Yeah, there really is.
Which, I mean, I'm fine with people having their outlets and everything. I get it. It just feels a little bit oversaturated. I mean, the thing is, too, is they have. What's up?
I was just saying, so oversaturated.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were cursing me or some shit.
No, sorry.
Not swearing, but voodoo.
Right, yeah. Just speaking some parcel tongue over here.
Right. There was a moment in your mind, oh shit, I forgot to curse him at the beginning. Hufflepuff. Whatever. But it's like there's all the social media, but there's select social media like programs, but they're all for different shit. How come somebody just hasn't put it all together in one thing yet?
I think it's we're at this like sort of explosion of them. And I think it's just whoever wins is probably going to combine all the stuff that people like, is my guess.
Yeah. Because I'm sitting here thinking about like all the social media. I mean, obviously growing up, we had MySpace, and now that's not really big anymore. It still exists. But
it's not even the same anymore, though. It's like music. It's almost like Spotify.
Yeah, and it's owned by Justin Timberlake, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pinterest. I don't hear much about Pinterest anymore, but apparently people are still using it.
Yeah, supposedly.
You say you supposedly do?
Well, I was saying I've heard people are still using it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then what now? Yeah. Is Twitter still Twitter, or is it called X now?
So, it is called X now. But everyone still calls it Twitter. And if you type in x.com into your browser, it still redirects to Twitter.
From breaking news and entertainment to sports and politics, get the full stories with all the live commentary. What? How is that describing Twitter?
I don't know. Elon Musk is not good at business.
No. I mean, his cars seem to be doing okay, though.
Well,
I did get passed by an electric truck the other day who was quite the douchebag, so it's like, that makes sense to me.
The Rivian, probably? Most of the Rivian owners I know are dicks.
That sounds familiar. I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but my memory is not that great when it comes to certain things.
Sure.
That sounds right. I just remember seeing this car, never seen this car before. Was really quiet, but went really fast, and the end of the license plate said EV.
Nice.
But the name of it did start with an R, and I think that's what it was. I just remember like there was, because the thing is, like when I drive home from work or even to work, like I'm not like in a speed fucking death race to get to where I'm going. I use my time to get to work as my way of getting ready for the day, and then on my way home, my day to just decompress, like just relaxing, driving home. And that's one of the reasons why I don't think I quit smoking yet, because that after work, on the way home smoke is probably the perfect smoke I've had next to having sex. Like if I was the kind of person to smoke in my house, 100% I'd smoke right after sex. I used to do it all the fucking time. Not in the house, but like I would like finish up and then go outside and, burn one on the deck or something like that, But
yeah,
just driving home, it's just relaxing. It's just calming. I love it. It's perfect. Except on Pierce Wilmington Road, which is the worst fucking road apparently I've noticed since I started driving on it, that people are like passing 12 fucking cars. We're all going 80, not 80, but like 65 on a 55. But this dude has to fucking get ahead of everybody. And I've seen cars veer off the road because passing vehicles are in their lane and shit. And I've seen accidents fucking nearly happen because it's horrible. But I do remember that truck, and I'm pretty sure it was an electric truck. I guess I didn't really think much about it because I didn't know that the trucks have officially come out yet. I thought there was some backorder issue with it. But when I kept looking at it in front of me with rage, I was just like, I think that's an electric fucking car. And I don't remember the name of it, but it did start with an R. The license plate did have EV on it, which I think stands for electric vehicle. And I've never seen that style before, and it was quiet. So yes, probably an electric vehicle. And a douchebag driving it, which I've only met one electric car driver who is a sweetheart, and that's my old neighbor, and I miss him dearly. I wish he didn't move. He was the best neighbor in the world. Yeah. But he had to go and fucking make a better life for himself somewhere else. Dick.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were you saying about
Oh, yeah. So like their cars are horribly made. And like there's a lot of social media and stuff out there of people like showing you how the quarter panels and stuff don't line up and all this stuff. And, there is also like, I hear a story, I think at least once a day of someone's Tesla catching fire now. Like the batteries just explode. And then another story, I've heard is a guy, there are a bunch of people who are getting locked in their cars because of like software updates or something. And then they can't get out because there's no like manual override to get out of your car. So like one dude, he was like 79 and he's stuck in 110 degree heat in his Tesla and can't get out because his door won't open. And then another person went to the dealership and bought their Tesla with a cashier's check. And like a month later, Tesla still hadn't cashed the check, so they assumed the person didn't pay, so they repoed the car.
When Tesla repos a car, can they just send like a notification to the car to drive itself back?
I think that's the dream. For this one, they sent a notification to the car to lock the guy out and decouple it from his account on his phone. And then they sent a tow truck. It'd be much cooler if it could repo itself.
God, right? Like if the car could like leave you a note.
Right?
Like, my dearest Charles, it has occurred to me that you have yet purchased me.
Right.
I must leave you now.
Yep.
And he just fucking leaves and realizes his wallet's fucking missing too.
I love it. I wish they would. That'd be neat.
God.
They could probably do it as like a text.
Right? Oh god, that'd be perfect. Or a fucking they probably create a new social media for people to interact with cars.
Teslex.
Yeah. Auto text.
Yep. I love it. Yeah, so anyway, I think the only thing that's actually keeping Tesla running is the fact that the government is subsidizing them to the tune of like hundreds of millions of dollars.
I don't ever, unless they stop making gas-powered vehicles, I don't ever see myself buying an electric vehicle. I really don't. For the biggest reason is, where I'm at right now in my life, I don't think I would ever fit in an electric fucking vehicle. And I barely pay attention, and this is my own problems, not anything with electric cars, my own problem, is with driving a truck for so long, and I'll get into a vehicle, I don't really pay that much attention to my gas as much as I should. And I do find myself falling down to the, hey, you need gas, spot.
Uh-huh.
And the last thing I want to do is get my battery completely drained, and there's not a charging port, every few blocks like there is at a gas station.
Right. Yeah, I think that's ultimately, I would hope, is the goal, but it's going to take a while. We don't have the will to like build public infrastructure like we did 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows? Yeah, I think the perfect idea to me is I love the plug-in hybrids, because like the idea, it runs so like we live very close to where we're at. And so we would almost never have to use the gas until the battery went out, and we would have to use it to drive, probably even as far as you, it would probably switch to gas about halfway there. Mm-hmm. But like no big deal, right? Like that's the point of it, is it's electric for your short drives and that for your daily drive, and then gas when you need it. Which just makes perfect sense to me. And I love with the plug-in idea. We couldn't use it here because we're too far away from the street. But like if we lived in a normal house or whatever, if we were right on the street like normal people, we could charge it overnight or whatever. They're switching things up now to where you can just plug it in with a regular plug. Like you don't need a special anything anymore, and it's great.
See, and that's something I wondered about too, and I wish I asked my neighbor, because he had a Tesla. Eventually. Yeah. He started out with a Vet and then went to a Tesla. It's such a douchebag. I mean, without knowing him, you think, oh, look at this douchebag. He traded in his Corvette for a fucking Tesla in between his times at the gym working out to do bodybuilding on the side from his full-time job as being an engineer. God, man, awesome kid though. Amazing fucking guy. Like he is everything I wish I was. Oh, fucking guy. Anyways, but I was curious. I'm like, because when you purchase a car, it comes with that charging port thing that you have to hook up to your house.
Right.
Right. Okay. What's your electric bill look like?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I was always thinking about. I was like, I don't know. Like, is it one of those things like once you pull into your garage, you have to like a cell phone? You just have to make sure. Oh, I guess I gotta make sure I plug my car in before I go inside and shit. Yeah. Like even if it's not fully dead, you still want to plug the car in to make sure it gets back up to fully charged. And I've heard that when you do that, especially to a cell phone, if you like plug a cell phone in when it's not like really low and you just keep charging it from like 70-80%, it affects the charge of the battery.
Yeah.
So I was like, does that happen with the car? Like if you pull in, like if you got into your car, if you got into your garage, unplugged the car, got into the car, pulled out, ran down the street, bought a lottery ticket, came back, pulled back in, you're at 98%, and you just for the hell of it plug it back in. Is doing stuff like that initially, is that going to overall affect the charge of the battery to where you got to buy a whole new battery? And keep in mind, that battery is now your engine.
Yeah. With the type of batteries they are, I believe they're a lithium ion polymer. They do not have a memory or they don't have it as bad as like a cell phone or whatever.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and they actually would prefer to be topped off like that as opposed to being run all the way down like a NiCad or nickel metal hydride.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's another thing for me. It's like if I own a vehicle, that's exactly what I would have to do because I'd just be too worried about it dying.
Right. Yeah, just safer.
Yeah. And
I just did a quick Google search. It looks like it adds around $50 a month to your electric bill.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's like a full charge is like $15 to $20 depending on what model you have.
Do you pay to use the charging port stations?
I don't know. I imagine you have to.
Yeah, is that something you could Google real quick for me?
Yeah.
While you got right there, because I'm assuming it's not like pumping gas. It's not like as you sit there like you're getting charged by the minute or whatever. I mean, I guess you could be realistically, but I don't think it is that way. But I also don't think it's free because people want to make money.
Right. Yeah, you do have to pay to charge your Tesla.
Yeah.
At a charging station.
I'm guessing it's like every 10 minutes or some shit.
Yeah, they charge you by the kilowatt hour. So like however much energy you're taking, that's what they charge you by. So if you're at home, you're probably going to pay like 5 cents a kilowatt hour. If you're at a charging station, it looks like it's between 31 and 43 cents kilowatt hour. So it's way more cost effective to charge it at home, but it's still only like $20.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess it's not horrible. And
it just takes a lot longer because, like, I think it takes like, depending on what charger you're using and all this stuff, it could take like 30 minutes to get enough charge to get home, or it could take like 6 hours to charge the whole thing.
People get sit at a charging station for 6 hours?
Yeah, at the hospital Maddie works at, they've got a couple of electric charging stations because, of course, doctors will drive Teslas.
Yeah.
They're doctors. Yeah, they can afford it.
Good for that.
And so, yeah, they'll come in and they'll park at the charging station, just leave it there all day.
What if somebody needs to use it?
I don't know. I guess they're just screwed.
Oh, God. See, that's the other thing I was always curious about. It's like charging stations, like, you can put like 3 or 4, but what if that 5th guy really needs that charge and everyone else is like, sorry, dude, I got 20 more minutes.
Right. Yeah.
I couldn't see why. Because who does those charging stations? Is that Tesla?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Tesla does the majority of them, but I know Ford's been working on a build out. I want to say Volvo.
But does Tesla's charging stations work with like the Chevy Volt or whatever the fuck their thing is and all that?
That's a great question.
Because like if there's a person who has the monopoly on charging ports, like what's the harm of them trying to work with gas stations and say, hey, listen, let me throw a charging port here. Or let me throw a couple charging ports here. Like maybe there's some bigger ones like truck stops and stuff like that. Like the Speedway in my town, maybe not because there's not a lot of space. They could probably put it towards like the fence in the back maybe. But like where they have parking lot space, they could say, hey, listen, I could put 3 or 4 charging ports right there. And I make, 40 cents per kilowatt, and you get your small percentage or whatever it is. No, maybe a little bit similar to how gas works and shit.
Right?
But
like if it doesn't cost me anything to put it in because you're going to put it in and all I got to do is make sure no one like breaks it or whatever. And exactly. I get like, 10 cents or whatever. Fine. Right? It didn't cost me anything.
Exactly. And I don't see any gas stations saying no because now you're bringing in people who, while they're charging their gas, want to go inside and get a kimchi drink or some shit. I'm assuming.
Right. There's like nothing else they can do. They might as well eat, and that's where you're making your money anyway.
Yeah, like just an entire pretentious fucking section of the gas station. I'm assuming, organic bananas and whole like fucking overnight oats or something. I don't fucking know what.
Yeah, it makes me think of that South Park episode where everyone buys a Prius and they become super smug. Douchebags, and they love the smell of their own farts.
100%.
I feel like if a car company could figure out how to run a vehicle off of the energy generated from the smugness of upper middle class people's farts, it'd be awesome. You'd fucking, you know what? I would become one of those people because you'd never have to pay for gas. You just make your own. You just have to pay for you have to just have a fiber rich diet.
Yeah.
Which you're doing anyway because you're an upper class asshole.
Right? You're having smoothies that has like yard waste in it.
Yeah, kale and quinoa and stuff. Which I'm sitting here, I'm saying that's what my diet has been, mostly kale and quinoa for the past couple of weeks.
How is your diet going?
Shockingly well. I had a last weekend. It was bad, just because we to celebrate Maddie's new job and also we hadn't yet gone out for our anniversary because she wasn't feeling good when our actual anniversary came around, and we hadn't done anything for my birthday because I don't really like doing things for my birthday. So for all of those things kind of happened close enough to last Saturday that we decided to go out for Indian food. And, which I think if it had just been that meal would have been fine. But it created a craving in me for Indian food. And so we had Indian food at a nice restaurant, Saturday night. And then Sunday night we were like, I'm craving Indian, you're craving pizza. Let's see if anyone sells Indian pizza. And, there we found a crappy restaurant that makes great food. Don't get me wrong. That sells a pizza that's like, instead of pizza sauce, it has the like chicken makhni sauce, curry sauce or whatever, and then cheese and then veggies and stuff. And so we had Indian pizza for dinner on Sunday, and then I was still dying for Indian food on Monday morning, so I ordered Indian again. But other than that, it's been great. I had 3 bad days in a row, which I feel like, there's nothing wrong with rice and chicken and spices or rice and vegetable and spices. But like 3 days in a row of it, plus tons of naan.
What's that?
Oh, it's the flatbread.
Okay, yeah. I knew I've heard of it before, and okay. I mean, realistically, that doesn't sound like you messed up like your diet too poorly.
Yeah. There was no fiber in anything I ate for 3 days.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. That's still not bad though.
Yeah, well, and then I've been usually having like oatmeal for breakfast, a salad, like a McAllister's salad for lunch, and then we've been making salad at home for dinner, out of our garden, which has been cool.
Great. Solid, brother.
Yeah. So today I had 2 eggs and toast for breakfast because I wanted something other than salad or oats. But not bad.
Yeah,
how are you? How is that?
Oh, go ahead. Well, I ate an entire pizza yesterday, so now I am on a 36-hour fast.
Oh, I couldn't make it.
Well, we'll find out. I won't lie to you. We'll find out how far I get into it. No, everything's been great. There was one day earlier this week. I think it was Monday morning, actually. When the hell was it? I think it was the 7th. The 7th, I started weighing myself every single day instead of just once a week. Because I want to try to revert back to some of the older habits that I used to have that used to help me. Especially like when I was in relationships and stuff and how the weight loss was working. I want to find those again. And I think seeing every day how the changes, I think it helps me on how I develop my eating habits going forward.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some people who are telling me, it's like, you shouldn't weigh yourself every single day, blah, blah. And I get where they're coming from, but for me, it works.
I like the habit of it.
Yeah, I gotta do things for me that work, and every single day, like, it'd be cool because if I could go every single day and like lose half a pound here, nothing changes here, a pound here, nothing changes here, a half a pound, whatever it is, to me, that's a success. But at the same time, if I step on the scale and say, you gained 1.5 pounds, okay, what was different from the half a pound loss to the 1.5 pound gain? Like, what was the difference in between there? And, there was a day earlier this week where I stepped on the scale and it says I gained 3 pounds back. And I was sitting there like, there's no fucking way I gained 3 pounds back, because the day before, all I had was I had my thing of water, which, I drink about 112 ounces of water a day, and I've been pretty consistent on that. For a couple of days, I think I got to like 80, but I'm staying consistent on drinking as much water as I can. And I'm eating, my breakfast is either Greek yogurt with blueberries and now granola, which shout out to my coworker for telling me to put granola in my yogurt. I mean, I don't know how I didn't think about that, but now that's the thing I do.
Oh, I love granola and yogurt. So good.
But the thing is, I never really thought about it because I never had yogurt, because I have to be very budget conscious when it comes to food.
For sure.
All these
nowadays, Jesus. Anyway.
Yeah. So it's like, and what sucks is like, because I want to buy the best things possible. I really do. I want to buy the healthiest things possible and shit. But to buy name brand Greek yogurt compared to just Greek yogurt, it's like, other than the generic Greek yogurt having like a couple more calories in a serving, I'd rather have that than the extra $3 it costs to buy a name brand thing.
Absolutely.
It's just where I'm at in life. Like, I don't have the budget to spend $180 a week on groceries. It's just not for me. I'd rather buy canned and frozen fruits, canned and frozen vegetables than having fresh vegetables on a weekly basis, because it's just cheaper and it lasts longer, and I can buy it in fucking bulk. And yeah, sure, I'm assuming the nutritional value of it is not as great because it's frozen or however that works. But I could buy an entire bag of green peppers, and onions that are, first off, already chopped up, good to go. They're just frozen. I just got to heat them up, either in a pan or a microwave. And I could buy that for $12, and that could last me for weeks. Or I could buy a bag of onions and 6 peppers that are half the amount for just as much money. And I got to make sure.
And they're going to go bad before you get to them.
Yeah. And all of a sudden I have to utilize that within that week before they start to fucking dry up. And it's, for me, I have to be conscious on what I buy. So either my breakfast is either Greek yogurt with blueberries and granola, or oatmeal with a steel cut oatmeal with a little bit of honey to sweeten it, cinnamon, or once in a while I'll throw some blueberries in that as well, because I do have a few. Blueberries seem to be like the cheapest fruit to buy, at least in my area now. Because like once we're done recording today, I gotta go shopping, and Burkhart's has a sale right now where you could buy a pint of blueberries. I think it's 98 cents.
Nice. For
a pint, and you can get a limit of 4. So I'm going to go buy 4 pints of blueberries, rinse them off, and I'm going to freeze them.
Nice.
Because I can easily just, open up a bag, toss a couple into some yogurt or some oatmeal, and then go, because I eat my breakfast at work. So, Because, I'm trying to maintain fasting, so I don't really eat until about 8 o'clock. But then I also eat lunch around like 10:30, 11. But my lunches, other than a few times this week that I had to order, I didn't have to, but I ordered because other than having frozen meat, I didn't have anything in the house because I didn't go shopping because that was a lazy thing on me. That was on me.
Yeah.
I get I get Jimmy John's, but like I don't get like the Italian sandwiches. I'll get like the turkey.
Nice.
Just because I can't buy turkey lunch meat anymore because I'm not going to spend $9-10 per pound on turkey.
Yeah, no, why would you?
Yeah,
$9-10 a pound on turkey. You might as well buy a whole turkey and make it into your own lunch meat.
You don't buy lunch meat, do you?
No, not usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could buy salami. I could buy salami for $4 a pound when it's on sale. I could buy ham for $4 or $5 a pound when it's on sale.
Jesus.
Turkey is about $10 and roast beef is about $12. So I don't buy roast beef and I don't buy turkey lunch meat because of how expensive it is.
Yeah.
That's why usually I'm there are points where I'm okay with it because I love salami and I love ham. I love Italian subs and I love Italian sandwiches. So those two meats, they're perfect for me, but they're not as healthy as turkey.
Yeah.
And that's the part that sucks. And again, I don't see us having a turkey shortage. I don't know if there's a turkey shortage going on, like around here and whatever. I mean, if it is, then fine. I guess I can understand it. But I mean, everything else is starting to come down. I hear eggs are now getting cheaper again.
Yeah, eggs have been pretty cheap by me.
Yeah,
it's great.
But I'm not going to go out and spend $9 or $10 a pound on deli
Absolutely
turkey.
Not.
It's ridiculous. So, but I'll get a turkey sandwich from like Jimmy John's and stuff like that and everything because it is like a leaner meat and everything, and surprisingly not that bad. I do want to try the viral Jersey Mike's sub, which is
viral Jersey Mike's sub.
Yeah, there's a Jersey Mike's sub that everyone's ordering now, which is just oh god, which one is it? It's their turkey sandwich, whatever the hell it is, but you like add mayo and something else. Like you just kind of customize it a little bit. And apparently everyone's eating this now and it's fantastic. And I was like, I do want to try that. Anyways,
number 7 turkey and provolone Mike's Way with added mayonnaise and cherry pepper relish, all on the rosemary parmesan bread.
Yeah,
hell yeah,
it sounds delicious. And the thing is, like, I've gotten the cherry relish before, and it is fantastic. It has a nice kick to it, a little bit more than the yellow pepper.
Oh yeah.
But I usually get that on like the roast beef with the brown mustard.
Oh,
because in my mind, I can't have mayo with roast beef because you need some kind of kick when you have roast beef.
Yeah.
So I'll do like a horseradish mustard or a brown mustard or something like that. Especially at Jimmy John's. I do the Jimmy's mustard and shit like that because mayo for me is more like for the Italian subs and the turkey and stuff like that. But the whole reason they have brown mustard is for roast beef. At least that's how it works in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But then also banana peppers are for Italian subs and turkeys, to where the cherry relish is for the beef, the dark meat and stuff like that. But that sandwich sounds fantastic. I really do want to try that. But I've been trying to will myself to avoid buying, eating out if I don't really have to. I did it for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday because I just forgot to go shopping, and Monday I was podcasting, and Tuesday I was down at the wrestling school, and I could have gone on Wednesday. I just didn't. I got lethargic. Thursday I was at the wrestling school. Yesterday I literally came home from work and laid down, and I didn't lay down. I came home from work, ate an entire pizza, and then I laid down. And I didn't mean to eat the entire pizza. I really didn't. But I had to stop at Casey's because I needed smokes, and it dawned on me that I never tried their thin crust pizza yet.
Oh yeah, nice.
And I was like, I gotta try it. And they had, I just got a single topping. I got sausage. Which, by the way, Casey's pepperoni is pretty fantastic. I'd recommend it to anyone. I'd recommend Casey's pizza to anyone. It's fantastic.
I love Casey's pizza.
Absolutely.
I'm mad that there isn't one by me. I'm also glad there isn't one by me because I'd be eating it too much.
Yeah. There's one right down the road, and because they don't deliver, that's why I don't eat as much of it as I would want to. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's the success of my laziness right there. But I figured, you know what the hell? Let me try the thin crust and everything. So I ordered it, and I stopped at the gas station. I got some smokes. I got a car freshener. I got my car wash, which spot-free rinses apparently don't work on, black Chevy Malibus because I washed the car, pulled out of the car wash, which was right next to the Casey's, turned into the Casey's, got out of the car, and my car was all spotty for water spots, whatever. I can never win, I guess, when it comes to car washes. Which I do need to get to the dealership anyways, because I'm supposed to be given a car wash card for a free weekly car wash that I've yet to pick up myself, and I've owned my car now for 3 months. So I need to do that. And I got the pizza and everything. And when I got home and opened it up, they cut it into triangles instead of squares, because I guess that's how they cut their thin crust, into squares. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh man, I was really looking forward to like 8 slices, because I could have 3 of them now, put the rest of them away. I said, fuck, I'll just eat the corner pieces and everything, and it wasn't as good. I was really disappointed.
Bummer.
And then in my mind, Travis triggered, and it was like, well, I don't want to keep it around. I just want to be done with it. I'll just finish it off now. So I ate an entire Casey's pizza. Around 9 o'clock at night, I finished it. So it took me about 3.5 hours to eat it. And then I was like, okay, here's everything that just went wrong with my day. I ate an entire fucking pizza. And not only that, I ate past 6 o'clock because I tried to, fasting window and all that stuff. I was like, today was a fail. It happened. So I'm still trying to be a positive outlook. Like, today was a fail. Because I did eat breakfast, I did eat lunch. This was supposed to be my dinner, and I overindulged into my dinner. And I was like, I'm not going to step on the scale because I know it's going to be bad. If it's not, perfect. If it is, knew it was coming. It's like, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try, because I got nothing going on this weekend. I have no plans for this weekend. I got nothing going on. I don't have to leave the house in any way. Actually, there is a produce stand I want to go check out in Bourbonnais, but maybe that's more of a tomorrow thing. But there's nothing for me to, there's nothing I have to do. Yeah. So I was like, maybe I'll just take the next 36 hours to myself. And, see if I could do the fast. Like, I'm still not hungry right now, and I'm about, 11 and a half hours into it. Like, so I'm not hungry right now. We'll see what the afternoon looks like. If I don't make it, as long as I can hit my 16 hours, I'm fine. And if I don't make it, I'm okay with that. I'm trying to be more okay when things don't work out right. Instead of just going like, oh man, I accidentally ate an M&M. Well, fuck it. Diet's ruined. Give me a chocolate cake. Because that's how my mind works, and I don't want to work that way anymore.
Yeah, I have a friend who's quitting smoking. Who on day 7 she was just like, I need a cigarette so bad, and I was like, look, like, obviously you don't want to have it, you're trying to quit, but you haven't had one in 7 days, so if you only have one today, like, that's still progress over 7 days. You haven't had one, and your daily average over 7 days has gone to like 0, and even if you have one, it's still 0 on average. That's pretty good, Yeah. And so it's the same thing with dieting.
Yeah, my friend, when she was pregnant, she was a smoker. When she got pregnant and everything, the doctors said then. Now I don't know. This was 2012, maybe. So 11 years ago. I don't know if the facts and whatever statistics had changed or not. But when she was pregnant back then, the doctor told her, it was like, obviously you need to quit smoking because you're pregnant. It can't affect the baby's lungs. But the thing is, you need to wean yourself off of smoking.
Right. Because
it is a shock to your system when you just cold turkey give something up.
Right.
Especially, not especially, but including things like smoking. The same thing with soda. You cold turkey give up fucking soda, you're going to go into a withdrawal. It's like any other drug. When you rapidly just say, I am done, this is it, absolutely over, your body goes into a culture shock, and it takes some strong willpower to get over things like that.
Yeah.
And I know I've said it on the show before, it was like, you could easily just give up smoking and just walk away, because as long as you don't put one in your mouth and light it, you're not going to be smoking. But to have the willpower to do stuff like that, I mean, not a lot of people have it.
Right. Yeah.
I'm also shocked at the fact that you have a female friend who smokes and never once talked to me about her.
Oh, she lives in Ohio.
Is she single?
I think so.
Is she cute?
Yeah.
Is she family?
No.
You are a dick.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
She's also,
you know what?
40. So I guess it doesn't matter that much. But
40. How are you friends with a 40-year-old?
Twitter.
Oh, okay. So this isn't like somebody you went to school with. And okay.
No. This is just a person I'm friends with from the internet.
Gotcha. I'm bored. Okay, gotcha. Well, good for her for.
Yeah, I think if I knew her in person, it'd be different. It's like
Yes. Yeah. Good. I mean, good for her. Good for her for quitting smoking.
Yeah. She needs to. She had a heart attack. So.
Oh, damn it. God, she's only 40.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know if it's I don't know if God, I don't want to jinx myself in any way, because I do enjoy, having life, but I'm surprised nothing like that has happened to me yet.
Yeah, not on wood.
Yeah, like I'm working on my life to prevent things like that, but hell's bells, how come it hasn't happened yet? Man. But other than that, dieting, it is going good. Like I said, I did eat an entire pizza yesterday. I will man up and own that and everything, but I am slowly losing the weight. And other than I've been half-assing yoga. I can't even lie about that either. I've been doing it, but it's just been either, in the evenings because I overslept. Like, I think Wednesday I overslept. I did get up Friday and I did do it, but I didn't put that much effort in it. Like, this week I was just tired. I think I was just tired.
I did it twice this week, instead of 3 times. And I got, part of the reason I did it twice was because I got an email last Sunday because I had skipped 5 in a row. And they were like, hey, you skipped 5 in a row. Time to get back on the horse. And I was like, fuck. They're keeping track of that. Fine, I'll do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I did the workout on Sunday like I was supposed to. Monday I didn't work out because I didn't have a workout on Monday. Wednesday I did the evening one because I overslept in the morning, and I did when I got home. I skipped the Thursday one, and I did do the Friday one. But I'm going to do the Thursday one today as well. But I really need to. I feel like I'm slowly progressing to where I need to be, and I guess this is also going to roll into my freaking thinking because we're coming to the end of the episode here. So I'll roll into my freaking thinking here as we're going. So what I'm freaking thinking about is I need to find a way to get the workouts and stuff incorporated into my plan. I think I got the diet stuff kind of narrowed down. Obviously, my biggest thing is shopping. I need to make sure I got food in the house. Because over the last couple of weeks, I've been doing pretty good on making meals and bringing them to work and everything, whether it be like pasta, and I'm using like protein pastas and stuff like that instead of regular pastas, which is lower calories, more protein, and lower calorie like sauces, like, getting the healthier but affordable options and stuff. So now I just gotta incorporate the workouts and stuff, and I gotta commit to the yoga thing because that's the easiest thing I can do. It's at home. I don't need to go anywhere. I just got to go to bed early enough to wake up early enough to do the workouts, but also making the gym. So that has been a big faux pas, if you will, if I can use a fancy word. In my habits is just like I need to realize that once I get home from work, there's no reason for me not to go out again. As soon as I get home, it's like, man, I just want to be done. Take my shirt off. Let the dog out, empty out the lunchbox, sit down, and then I am done. And I need to stop doing that. I need to get changed. I need to get in my workout clothes, and I need to go to the gym. I have the membership. I'm paying for it. I need to make it worth my while, and I need to get to the gym. And there's people there who, even, like, when I do go, and it's like, a week in between or 4 days in between, there are people there who's like, oh, hey, Travis, I haven't seen you in a while, or hey, Travis, where you been, stuff like that. There's people who are there that want to be accountable with you, and I think that's really fun. Cool. Like, they don't get in your business, but they pride themselves on accountability there, and I love that gym. Like, it's like the few times I've been there, it's been better than any other gym experience I had anywhere. And I'm not saying anything negative about other gyms that I've been to. This one I love better because it's more affordable. You're not tied into some kind of contractual obligation for a year or whatever it is. It's half the cost. It's still 24/7. Yeah, they don't got showers and locker rooms, but I don't need it. Yep. I'll sit in my sweaty clothes on my way home, whatever. It doesn't matter. But people are there to say, hey, what's up, Travis? Hey, Travis, where you been, man? Hey, it's been a while since you've been here, right? And, they'll listen to you like, yeah, man, just got to stick with it, though. And then, they'll go about their shit. They don't. Nice. They don't dive into your private life, which is, it doesn't bother me too much, but they're not, hounding you about what you've been up to. They're not, tearing you down because you're fucking up. It's like, man, where have you been? Oh, yeah, I get it, man. It's life. You gotta make sure you stick with it. Even if you get in here for 15, 20 minutes, hit the treadmill and, then take off. Something's better than nothing. And I think that's a cool concept. I think that's something that a lot of people aren't realizing is something is better than nothing.
Yep.
And it's a simple statement, but it's a statement that's really fucking true. It's like, I mean, I get points in my, my gelatinous, lazy, stupid ass life to where I was like, man, I can go get the mail right now, but do I really want to take the walk to the fucking mail? But it's down my driveway, Joe.
Yeah.
It's down my driveway. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't get that much mail. I'll just get it once a week when I take the garbage cans to the street. But then I realized, man, I only got one bag of garbage in that garbage can. I go wait another week. So now 2 weeks of mail is sitting in my mailbox because, well, there's plans and stuff. But now I figured out.
So stressful.
Right? Because now wait, 2 weeks of mail sitting in my mailbox?
Yeah, I'm just like, I get so much, most of it's junk mail and I just throw it away, but it's just like, what if a bill comes or what if this happens? And I'm just like, oh man. And luckily mine's right on my door, so I don't have to worry about it. I just grab it on my way in, but.
Oh, yeah, no. You got walking around mail then? Or mail people?
Yeah.
Solid. Yeah, well, all my bills are paid online.
Yeah, fair. So are mine. I don't know why I'm worried about it, but it's just like the idea of 2 weeks of mail building up is just like, oh man.
I should probably do my part in life and switch over to e-bills, but I like having that paper bill.
Yeah.
I just enjoy, reading it. The problem is I get that paper bill, I just throw it into a pile of other bills that already have been paid. I just need to file that away. But now I got 3 months worth of paper bills sitting on my dining room table that need to be filed away that I just haven't filed away yet. But then I realized, I was like, all I gotta do is just walk out to the mailbox. Something is better than nothing. And that's all people say. He's like, just take an extra few steps, walk down to the mailbox, hell, walk downstairs and switch over to laundry instead of saying, I'll just grab it in the morning. Just do it now. Something is better than nothing. And I want to incorporate that more into my life. I realize, like, yes, I can do a little bit more. There's this girl, and my final little quick thought here. There's a girl I work with who's an administrator, awesome person, cool coworker. When I finished the report and everything, I got to walk it down to her desk and drop it off. And when I walked out the door and everything, she was walking past. I just went to go hand it to her. And she jokingly said, like, oh, you can just walk that down yourself and everything. And I was like, what the hell, asshole? So I just stood there and was waiting for her to come back because she walked past me, come back and grab it, which she did because she was just joking. And as soon as she got back to me, I just walked down there. She said something about like, I'll get you a few more steps in. And I just stared at her. I'm like, oh, that's fine because I'm fat, whatever, that's not what she meant. She just, she knows I'm trying to lose weight. So as soon as she got back to me, I just walked down there anyways. I was like, oh, look, I just wanted you to get a few more steps in. But then, it's like she wasn't wrong. Those couple more steps do help. Something is better than nothing. So that's what I'm freaking thinking about is trying to incorporate the gym in no matter how much I go, anything, something is better than nothing. So Tell me what you're freaking thinking about, Joe.
Yeah. I am freaking thinking about, I'm sure the answer would have been different before the start of this podcast, but because I went ahead and re-hopped on Audible, and I noticed, because I'm an Amazon Prime member, they gave me 2 credits instead of 1 for the trial. So just throwing that out there, audibletrial.com/freaknet. If you want 2 credits because you already have Amazon Prime, might as well do that. Anyway, on Geekcast Live this week, we had a guy who did a Kickstarter to create he calls it a soundscape for the Lord of the Rings books. And so it's like, as you're reading Lord of the Rings, there's like background noises and music and it just makes it a really immersive experience. But it was particularly designed so that it could be synced with the audiobook that is read by Andy Serkis, who is the guy who voices and mocapped Gollum. Excellent voice actor, excellent actor. And so I used my 2 credits, and now I have The Fellowship of the Ring and The Two Towers, read by Andy Serkis on my Audible account that I'm going to be able to sync up with these soundscapes that I backed the Kickstarter for. And I'm just super pumped about that. I'm really excited to, cause, if you listen to the podcast, which will come out later today as we're recording over at violentpress.com or, wherever podcasts or wherever pods are casted, you'll be able to find it. Geekcast Live. We actually got the creator of these soundscapes to come on the show, and he played us a few examples of what it sounds like, and one of them was a section that included a portion of the Andy Serkis audio. And it was the most incredible audiobook I've ever listened to in my life. And I am so excited to give these a listen.
The circuit guy, he did what? He read the book, but he voiced Gollum?
Yeah, in the movies he voiced Gollum.
Is that the same guy who played that poacher dude in
Yep.
Black Panther and all that? Okay, gotcha.
Sure is.
Okay, because I saw a TikTok with him on it, and he did it on what's that British talk show?
The Graham Norton Show?
Yeah. He did that. No, sorry, no shit, no. He did it on James Corden's talk show, the Late Late Show, whatever. James Corden, is that his name?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, James Corden.
James Corden. He did it on James Corden's song. He did it on one of the 2. He did it on a British guy's show. I can't remember. I just remember him doing it. I like that dude. Solid fucking actor.
Yeah, he's really good.
When I found out he was Gollum, I was like, perfect, dude. Crushed.
Yeah, right?
I wouldn't think that was him. Not one bit.
Yeah. But then he does it, and you're like, it's in the eyes. I can see it in your eyes. You are perfect for this.
Yeah.
You got those, French bulldog eyes.
Geekcast Live gets released every Saturday, correct?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. It's going to be a little late today because GCR's son plays soccer now, and they got a tournament today.
Oh, okay.
So instead of doing the edit, he's, being a good dad. Whatever that's like.
Who the fuck knows? Perfect. Check out Saturdays, Geekcast Live. It's available. Or you know what? Sundays work too. Maybe the following Mondays.
Whatever.
Yeah. You got up until next Friday to listen to the show before the next one comes out.
That's right. There it is. Perfect.
However, this episode's coming out on Sunday, and you could only have to wait till the following Wednesday for the next episode to come out because we're doing these double downs until we get caught up. So perfect. Make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just by searching This Freakin' Show. And, of course, you can listen to our show wherever you listen to podcasts, whether it be Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Podbean, just by searching This Freakin' Show. Make sure you subscribe and rate us wherever ratings are applicable. And also make sure you follow FreakNet Studios on YouTube because October is coming up. And the cemetery vlogs will be released as soon as we shoot that footage. Also, the Elijah hot sauce came in. I posted that up on Facebook. Pumped. Yeah, it's really hard not to tear them open and try them, but I'm going to be strong and wait until we are together to do that. We just got to figure out what we want to eat them on and what we want to do to make that an entertaining video. But they have arrived. I got all of them. and I look forward to trying them with you guys and trying them with Joe, and for you guys to kind of watch and see how we react to hot sauces. I'm thinking the best way to do the episode is to also eat something that's really, really hot, and that is like our control.
Like
maybe it doesn't be really hot.
Like just have a habanero pepper on hand and just eat it.
Something like that, or like, like a well-known hot sauce. Like if we really wanted to fuck our lives up, the control could be the bomb hot sauce.
Oh yeah.
Because I think everyone knows who watches Hot Ones knows how bad that is, and I think we also know because
we have so many stories.
Yeah, because Carl for some reason had it in the fridge, and as children we ate it, and Ashley rubbed it in her eyes. Yep. So that could be the control, but here's the thing though: if we do that as a control, the rest of it will fuck our lives up.
Yeah.
Because there will be ones that aren't as hot, and then there'll be ones that are supposedly even hotter.
Yeah.
Unless we do the bomb control way before, and we just put that footage in.
Yeah, you got to give it time to like settle.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be the best way for us to establish hotness, because I really want to try to incorporate different categories on how to determine our favorite hot sauce. It's not like which hot sauce is the best, like which hot sauce is our favorite, and I think it's going to be based on texture, heat, and flavor.
Perfect. Yeah, because like every once in a while you get a hot sauce that's like gloppy, and it's just like, what is this? This isn't a sauce. Exactly.
Well, it's like with, you've watched Hot Ones, right?
Yeah.
So like the final dab, like even when he shakes it and puts on it, it looks like it's clumpy. And I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or whatever, but to me that's not aesthetically pleasing to look at. And for me anyways, like, obviously
when it looks the same as when it's going to come out.
Yeah. 100%. Shit, what was I gonna say?
Sorry, I didn't mean to totally derail you.
No. Oh, when we did the American hot sauces versus Mexican hot sauces.
Oh yeah.
I like vinegar-based hot sauces. That's why I love Louisiana, Crystal, Tabasco. I love a runny hot sauce. That's just who I am. And obviously a lot of the Mexican hot sauces were like kind of like a creamier because they're not vinegar-based. Frank's isn't too, and that's the American hot sauce, but I like the vinegar-based hot sauces because, for me, those are my favorites. I don't think any of these are vinegar-based, so that I'll be okay. I'll just have to, the thinner the better for me. That's just who I am. Nice. But yeah, we just got to figure out what we want to eat on, and then we just got to figure out control. And if we do like the bomb as the control, I would definitely recommend us doing it on a completely different day than the actual hot sauce, because I don't want it to screw up the barbecue sauces we're going to try, the least spicy hot sauces we're going to try, and I don't want to end my life with, 3 of what are potentially the hottest hot sauces ever from reading reviews and stuff. But we will have it controlled. That way it can show people where we stand as far as our tolerance for spice, but also where these would rank on that level. So I'm excited to do it. Like I said, it's in. We just got to figure out if we. I think we talked about doing it while we're on the road trip, and that was my idea. So the only reserve I have against myself was, how is that going to affect our stomachs on day 2 if we do it night 1?
Right.
Like how many?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it on the trip. That'd be a terrible choice.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're on the same boat. Yeah, just because like I think I said on the last episode, like I don't want to have to extend our trip just because we have to stop at so many gas stations. So,
right.
But the hot sauces are in. They are here. The bottles look beautiful. The designs look amazing. I look forward to doing this. We just got to figure out a time and place to do it. So Joe, just let me know whenever you're ready, and we'll get together and we'll get that taken care of.
Perfect.
Cool. Guys, that's all I got. So, as always, I am Travesty.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And thank you for listening to another episode of This Freakin' Show. I'm out.